This is a little precursor to the main video. I put a post out earlier in the week and said, hey, this video was going to come out this week and that Sunday's next week. So I don't want y'all thinking I was lying. I really wasn't. I didn't anticipate that we were going to have so many situations where we had to redo situations we'd already done. Maybe y'all figure out what I'm saying. It didn't go according to plan, but y'all listen. At the end of the day, we made lemonade. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.
I went over there and stuck my thumb in it, see if you had all the gasket off.
Wanted to see if I cleaned it, so he just went on and...
He ought to buy the blue stuff where you can see it.
I was arguing with him, but he was right. As always, he was right. Want free money for nothing, y'all. That don't work. I ain't going there. Oh, a girl gave her. I was about to say that. Boy, I'm gonna be going to elementary school, man. We're gonna be talking.
This was from a girl.
I'll baptize him in
These
the...
are for your...
Mama, what is it? It ain't a
piece of junk.
It ain't a piece of junk. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to another episode here on RevStoration. And yeah, today it's sunny outside. The wind's blowing a little bit, and I need to work on Old Puddin. Now, there's a lot of things that's been going on with Old Puddin behind the scenes. I mean to tell you, a lot of things going on, and most of these things that have been going on have been caused by man, that wind's blowing, by a lack of maintenance. Y'all ever done that? I mean, just have an old rig that's just running, and you say, well, hey, if it's running, why am I gonna mess with it? Why am I gonna touch it? It's running fine. Well, I shouldn't have done that. If having fun was against the law, we would be guilty as charged. All we are is shady shade tree mechanics from Butts County. Yep, the tail end of the world, just having fun. If you're interested in this kind of journey, come along. I'm David, I go by Rev here on YouTube. My daddy, also known as the old man, my wife, Nikki T. All we like to do is have fun and enjoy ourselves. So if you're interested in that journey, if you're interested in not learning how to do it, but just seeing the craziness of how we do it, come along for the journey here on RevStoration. All right, y'all, here's Puddin. I mean, good looking truck. Get compliments on Old Puddin everywhere I go. I'm leaving the outside exterior Old Puddin just like it is. Yep, I need to do some washing where it's been sitting over under a tree over here. So it needs some washing. I need to clean it up. Nope, I ain't putting hubcaps on it. I'm leaving it just like it is. But you may ask, well, Rev, what in the world was going on with Puddin? I'm gonna give you the rundown. It just got shiny on camera. I know I need to put my old hat back on. It's what happened. I'm boogieing it down the road, coming back from church one Sunday night, actually coming back from Mexican after church one Sunday night, and I'm booking it across a bridge, and when I hit that bridge, something goes blah, 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 blah. I mean, and it felt like I was braking. It felt like it was wobbling. I mean, it was making all kind of noise. It was causing the engine to bog down, and I thought, what in the world is wrong with that? So I got it back here. I got up under it. I kind of yeehawed on the on the drive shaft, and I seen a little shiny spot. A shiny spot on one of the universal joints, and I was like, well, that's it. I got old bad universal joints. You know what I did? I commenced to replace not one, not two, but yep, 3 universal joints all the way down. Hanger bearing was virtually brand new. I got it back here. I gave it the old brake and the gas pedal trick. Y'all know that one? And when I did, the old engine about turned over in the engine bay. I had one bolt. It's got 2 bolts on the bottom of the motor mount, one on the motor side. On the frame side, one of the bolts had fallen out, and when I gave it a yeehaw, the engine was moving up. So when I did that, I broke my exhaust off, put it all together, drove it. That wasn't it either. I jacked the back rear end up. I put it on engine stands, and I started giving it the yeehaw. I mean, just got the back tires off the ground, just yeehawing it, and you could hear something that was loose. I'd jump out and try to see what it was. I couldn't see it. Of course, I wasn't quick enough. This wheel right here, this one right here was just going when it was going. So what it needed, I said all that to say this, what I needed was 2 axle bearings. So I cut axle bearings off, put axle bearings on it. Man, she was running good. Compression on this engine, cold now. I'm talking about cold, just took all the spark plugs out, checked all the compression. Was, I mean, dead set at 150 PSI on every one of them. I mean, anywhere from 145 to 155 on every single one of them across the board. So I thought, man, that's good. And then I thought, this thing's got a 2-barrel on it. And then I thought, well, man, the front of this engine is leaking oil like crazy. So Puddin's gonna get some maintenance. All right, y'all, here's the plan. Yep, I'm laying down in my shop floor. Yep, in the background, I got a lot to clean up. But here, you see, is 2 289 4-barrel intakes. I got one, it's a Edelbrock Torquer 289. It's got a bolt that is stuck and broke in it. I could clean that one up and use it. But also have this 1966, somebody's calling me, this 1966 original big old heavy 4-barrel intake. So I think I'm gonna clean that one up, and we're gonna put this on. I'm gonna go through and put a timing chain on the truck. I'm gonna clean up all the front parts, and we're gonna stop it from leaking, and hopefully we're gonna make it run a little better. But y'all, old Puddin's running good now, and just want to show to you. Hadn't started it up yet today. I just want to put it in here. What? 1, 2 pumps. Oh, gotta make sure it's in neutral or in park. Woo, 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 woo. Gotta turn the old radio down.
We are Granger, offering professional grade industrial supplies.
Didn't want to get no copyright strike. Old Puddin running like it's supposed to, y'all. Some of you say I shouldn't do anything to it. I mean, it's running so good, why in the world do you want to do something to it? I want to make it run better. So what we want to do is we want to get all this sprayed off, cleaned up. We're going to get the everything off, thermostat housing off. Then we're going to get this painted. After we get this painted, then hopefully she'll be closer, at least down. So she's still draining. All right, y'all, I can promise so far this isn't beautiful, but it's gonna be beautiful enough. I've just, all we have done is just took some of the rough paint off. I used this probably single alt Brillo pad, and we're just gonna spray it off now. Y'all, so now what I'm wanting to do is just go on and remove all of the hoses, everything we need to remove, so I can take off the radiator and begin to uninstall everything here. And this hose clamp is boogered up, but that's not abnormal. Everything I'm dealing with today. So there's that. Of course, we've got to make sure that we get this on TDC before we dig too much further. We want to make sure we get top dead center so that we can work with that, because without it, our timing and all that may be off, so we want to get the top dead center. Make sure that I'm baby that one off. This is a fairly new installed radiator. Oh, I got all of it, but that pile I didn't get. Yep. All right, so now we just grab this beast, slide her out. All right, y'all, I think Greta would be thankful that I'm catching everything, which is what we should do anyway. So now I'm going to take number one spark plug out. I'm going to make sure that I get the engine on top dead center. When I get it at TDC, then we'll begin to start pulling everything off the front of the engine. All right there is the top of the compression stroke. Well, saying that, and nope, that's right. All right, so that is going down. So making sure I'm getting it on top dead center, which is really, really, really important that I'm on TDC. You got a light down here. Of course, this needs to be pointing to number one. It is, I believe I'm at top dead center. I'm rocking it back and forth, making sure I'm getting the compression stroke on this side. I'll check it again the further I get up. I'm gonna have to take, of course, a lot of stuff off, pulleys and everything, get all this off the front of the engine. When I do that, I'll make sure my marks are at top dead center as well, and we'll know it as well when we get further into the engine. All right, well, I found some unique things. Oh, just hit my head. That says 69T3. So 69, it is a 69302. I didn't know specifically which one it was. Of course, we've got, about to say there was a crack there, but it's not. We've got water pump off. Now we need to pull the harmonic balancer. We also need to remove the fuel pump, and then I think we can get into everything we need on this side. We have a lot of cleaning to do. Lube on it. Actually blue, I don't know what it was, but yep, it's loose now. So right dead at top dead center. This bolt here is a 19 millimeter. So get that bolt to screw in, and it's coming. Always take it out until it bottoms out on the bolt, and should be enough. Whew. All right, that's bottomed out on the bolt, so I'll loosen that up, take this off, just slide it right on out. Of course, now we're down to the timing cover. Of course, I've got everything off, so now we just got the bolts to get the timing cover off. But if you look there, look at all that. That's what I'm dealing with, and that's what I've got to get off so that I can fix the leak. So I've got a couple of bolts there, a couple of bolts on this side, and a couple bolts on this side that has to come off to get this oily, grimy, dirty mess out of the way. All right, y'all, now remember, this thing Was sitting in the woods forever. First time I cranked it up, got water all in the oil. So any of this just draining down, of course, I'm just going to drain it all out. Going to change the oil, going to get all that done. But if you look back in there, I mean, there's some dirt and some grime. But all in all, this is just the outside. The outside is cruddy because I believe we had some leakage somewhere. Either the leakage was down here or the leakage was here. But wherever, it was slinging it all over everything. So of course my goal now is to clean out every bit of this, get all this cleaned up. Y'all, I thought I got some work done, and then Nikki T showed up. So I'm gonna have to go inside and watch some Netflix and some, I'm just kidding. Y'all look here, put the timing cover back on. I sprayed all of this down with some mean green or some purple power, or what color was it?
It's like fluorescent green.
She's talking about that, baby.
Oh.
That's antifreeze. I sprayed it down, so now I'm gonna pressure wash it, and then I'm gonna come off. I'll probably get everything on the front done. Then I'll put my 4bbl carburetor and everything on tomorrow. So I gotta get this, clean it as much as I can.
Greasy.
It is very greasy and oily and dirty. So got the pressure washer out and get it done. What you think?
It's gonna look good.
Gonna look good, Nikki T said. She has faith in her husband. Breaking into this, I mean, just spectacular pudding content to go and jump a battery for JC's old truck. I tell you what, I would get mad if I ain't ever done it. But I guess he went to school this morning, left his headlights on, and that old battery is D-E-A-D. It's dead right there. So I'm gonna rescue my boy by jumping his battery off and teaching him a little lesson. So I'll be back at it. I'll be back at it in just a minute. Got a deacons meeting tonight too, so some of this grease is splattered up on me. I mean, it's good grease. It's got grit and grease. I mean, it'll stick to your bones. So I got to clean it off sometime before deacons meeting. So it's gonna be a 2-day episode. I think the old man's coming tomorrow, so if y'all been looking for the old man, don't worry, he's coming. To black. Should have already painted this when I put it on the first time, but I didn't have enough time to paint, so I didn't. But now I do. So of course we're gonna get it good and paint it black. She'll be looking good when we set it on the engine again. All right, y'all, after a mess has been had, of course, if you look in here, yep, I rebuilt the front part of the motor here. Just getting ready, cleaned up everything. Of course, just popped a little bit of spray on there, went back and cleaned up our seal. Of course, remember, I still have to take that off, but I'm gonna get all this on first, get everything buttoned up and bolted on here. Then I'll spray a little bit around, maybe a little bit on the oil pan, and then I'll start on the top side of the engine tomorrow. Of course, got everything just sort of set out. But what I wanted to make sure I got done tonight, got deacons meeting, got a few things. I want to make sure I got everything painted. Of course, got the water pump black, got the thermostat housing black. I painted my pulleys, got one side of my fan done, one side of this pulley done. Of course, the harmonic balancer is blue. Of course, the intake that's going to go on is blue. And of course, this is a little dirty. I probably need to hit a little bit on the bottom side there. Yep, but nobody will see that except me and all of y'all that's gonna watch. All right, y'all, I need to clean my carburetor cleaning. I need to clean this off. It's dirty. I mean, some kind of dirty. But I need to rebuild a carburetor for the 289. I've got the old intake. I know some of you are gonna be saying, why in the world would you put that brick on your motor? You could have gone and bought an aluminum one for 150 bucks. I know. I had it. It was 4bbl. I'm gonna put it on. It's $150 cheaper than the other one that I could buy. I also know that at O'Reilly's I could go buy Edelbrock 600 CFM carburetor. I think 1106 or 1406 is the carburetor. I could buy it for $119. Yeah, I could. today's Valentine's Day, and I'm taking Nikki T to a nice restaurant. It ain't gonna be $419, but it may be money that I have saved from rebuilding one of these to actually doing that. So here, what I have, let me turn you around. Here what I have is 1, 2, 3 4100 Autolite 4100s. These are called shoebox carburetors. I think that's why they call it a shoebox. Sort of looks like a shoebox. Of course, all this is dirty. I'm gonna clean it up. Some of this was from rebuilding the old man's 2100 for his Comet the other day. So I've got parts kits. I need to clean my space up, and I will before I get to working. We got this cat that's just a crying out there. I'll get you something to eat in a minute. Simmer down. If a cat shows up and you feed it, it's gonna show up again. There it is, look at him. Hey, pretty crybaby, I'll get you something in a minute. It's a beautiful cat, but y'all gonna have to hear that while I'm talking about this. 4100 carburetor. They come in two forms. They come in the it's a 1.21. No, it's a 112 or a 108. The 108 is perfect for the small block Ford 289. Here, simmer down. Here is a 1965 C. If you look at that number there, C5ZFD. This is a pretty valuable carburetor because this is not only for a 65 Mustang Z code with a 289, it is also for a manual car. So this does not have the knockdown gear there. And what I was going to do on this one is I was going to rebuild it where it would actually take in, I'm going to put a manual choke on it. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. So I'm not rebuilding this one. I'm gonna go feed this cat. See y'all in a minute. Oh, it's always good to have a clean-ish workstation, but I don't know if y'all see this. I don't know if y'all seen this before. Look at old Puddin. I mean, y'all didn't know I had an old model Puddin, did you? I mean, I painted it all dirty. Got the black on the bottom. I ain't got hubcaps on it, but this one had hubcaps. Yep, look at there. Even got the old Ford on the front. I ain't got the body screwed down to it. Look at it. Got the back, got the old Ford in the back. I mean, look at that. I need to make a whole pile of them. That would be one of my first merchandises. I need to get on them t-shirts, y'all. Putting it go over there while I rebuild this carburetor. All this is what I've ended up with. Now I go through the process of cleaning. I have my soda blaster. I have my glass beads. This is more aggressive, less aggressive. This sort of cleans and polishes, and this sort of knocks rust off. So of course I do everything. I start in the soda blaster. If it's not enough, I go this way. The good thing about soda, gas, and water will reduce it and get it out of the way. This, you can create jam ups in your screws and bolt holes. You really have to be careful to blow everything out properly. So some people do this, some people do baths. Of course, I go through this process first, spray, get everything off and clean. Then I go through with my choke and carburetor cleaner and make sure all the jets and everything is clean, all the airways are open. Then I blow it off with air, get everything done. I throw a kit in it, and we call it, praise the Lord, it's gonna work. Finished carb, it's not perfect, but y'all know what? It's gonna work perfectly. Everything's new, even the vacuum on the back, that is new. Thank goodness I had one of those in stock. I was on my last carburetor rebuild kit for the 4100. So hopefully in just a little bit, when we get it on the automobile, man, it's gonna purr like a kitten. So we can't wait. Sometimes, folks, you need a little motivation. Sometimes that motivation, easy is it gonna be? Oh, it came off fairly easily. Oh, there it is, y'all. It's out. Y'all, don't know who's happier that Grammy and the old man's here, if it's me or if it's Moose back there. Moose is just having a jam up good time with the old man. I'm getting everything off the old intake, putting it on the new intake. We actually already have, I got to put my RTV. I've got to, you know, get my channel walls done, so when I drop it back down, it'll be good to go. And then I got to go clean up my bolts. Yes, I know it ain't right, but I'm going to use the old bolts, and it's going to work fine. Now I got to get the thermostat, or the temperature sending unit, back on. So Moose says deuces. Y'all, I'm over here putting the thermostat on. I got my RTV on it. What's the old man do? What'd you do, old man?
I went over there and stuck my thumb in it to see if you had all the gasket off.
Wanted to see if I cleaned it, so he just went on and...
He ought to buy the blue stuff where you can see it.
All right, y'all, we're finally back at this. Of course, I'm gonna have to get back to the back and do the channel wall back there, then the channel wall here. So, oh man, I'm gonna need this. We working hard, or I'm working hard at it today, y'all. The old man said he didn't know why in the world I just about failed, why we would not use the gas. Here you go, old man, hold this. I'll hand it back to me when I ask for it. But this is the way I've always done it the few times that I have done it. Oh, I just about busted it again.
Need to turn this ladder right the other way.
All right, y'all, there she is. We're gonna let her sit a second. I'm gonna go scrub my bolts, reuse my bolts that are going back in it, and then we'll get ready and drop that baby right back in. I wish y'all would have told me not to do the original. These originals are some kind of heavy. All right. Right there. There she sits. All right. Maybe a little bit like that. All right, we got some goos. Got some ooze on both sides. She's sitting in there. All right, y'all, we got all these grade A bolts. Of course, they're all gonna go in, get them started. Then I'm gonna use a magnanimous bit, and then I'm gonna wash it off, and I'm gonna spray the heads after we get them all down and torqued. So we'll see y'all after we get it all down. All right, y'all, now I'm just wanting to spray the bolt heads. So of course I use and then I'm out of, like I'm out of doggone, I'm out of paint.
You done put too much blue baby on this thing.
Y'all are wondering what color it is. It is it's DE 1620 04 blue. But of course I'm just going over the bolt holes and spraying her down. Y'all, the old man said today I did not have my pin. My pin wasn't in the top, so that top cam would have just been spinning. So thank goodness the old man was here and said, hold on, boy. I was arguing with him, but he was right. As always, he was right. Here's my Valentine's on Valentine's Day. And she probably ain't too happy I'm still working on this old Ford. This is our chariot to our date tonight.
We got dinner at 5, so he better get moving.
I got an hour and 20 minutes. So we'll see if it happens. Nikki T had some little boy gave her some flowers today at school.
Boy. This was a girl.
Oh, a girl gave her. I was about to say that. Boy, I'm going to be going to elementary school, man. We're going to be talking.
This was from a girl.
I'll baptize him in this.
These are for your children.
Oh. All right, y'all. I'm going to get to work because I done heard the lingo. I'm going to go get a little oil and just kind of dab a little oil on there. We're going to drain. We're going to drain it a little bit more. I still have to get my piece that goes on there, which has got a, what am I, word I'm looking for? It's got a cam that actually this fuel pump sits on and rotates with it. But it's straight up down, right on, man?
Looks like it.
Timing chain on. All right, y'all. We finally got the timing chain on right. Old man taught me some things. Not really, but we got it together and we did it right. So I'm gonna do a little more spraying up here, and then we'll start putting all the gaskets, everything on, get ready to put the timing chain cover on. Good. All right, so we're getting all these bolts in. Oh man, I didn't paint it from that side. All right, so the water pump is in. So now we get ready. I'm gonna touch up a little bit of paint, and after I get the paint touched up, then we will get ready and start throwing all the brackets on and go from there. All right, y'all, in the last episode we asked what frustrates you most about working on old rigs, and a lot of y'all said breaking bolts off. Well, yep, we agree. I broke that one off right there. I've tried to weld that nut on it and see if I can back it back out. Hope it'll happen, but no fun. But she's looking good. Not too much more to go, and she's gonna be boogieing it down the road for our date tonight. All right, y'all, this is a look of defeat. I'm gonna turn it around and show you and then tell you what I gotta do. Of course, look at that 4bbl carburetor. Look at that intake. Woo! I'm excited. Got a busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I won't have time to work on it tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to get another water pump. I don't really have to. I guess I could fix this water pump, but booger with that, I'm gonna get a new water pump and take this fan off, take this off, take the water pump off, paint the new water pump, and then I need to get a bolt that'll go here and here that'll be right to hold this on, because they broke off, that one broke off, that one stripped. I don't know how it did it. I don't know how I did it, but I do know I did it. And the old man was watching and didn't tell me not to do it. And Nikki T is ready to go Valentine's Day.
Pajamas and all.
And Grammy is ready to go cook some lasagna. So I'm calling Uncle. I might throw valve covers on it. Might do a few other things, but other than that, she's done except water pump and for today. Old man asked about the rags, Eugene. Said, you take them to the dry cleaner? I was like, no, Eugene sent them to us. And I said, hold on. And I went and showed him his, read it, what's it from?
Old timer.
Sent him an old timer knife. So Eugene, the old man, says he does appreciate it. He doesn't carry a knife around, but he said he's gonna start doing so. So Eugene, I appreciate you. We appreciate you for all you do for the channel, and all of you that watch. We're honored. I promise you, probably wouldn't be doing this today on Valentine's Day if it wasn't for y'all. Nikki T said, I'm quitting because of her, and that's a good thing. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all, here I am, day three of working on old Puddin's motor. We will accomplish what we need to accomplish today. I have bought another water pump. I've got to paint it, so that's going to be first. Then I'm going to disassemble everything off the front of the engine, get down to the water pump that has a broken bolt in it. I'll take the water pump off. When I get the water pump off, I'll install the new painted water pump. I'll make sure I'm really working really hard to make sure I don't cross thread. I don't know how that bolt broke. It wasn't going all the way in, wasn't seating, and of course I gave it that last little yeehaw, and when I did, it snapped it right off. So I want to check the depths of the new bolts that I brought and make sure that they will they'll bottom out. And if they bottom out, we're gonna go get some washers. We're gonna make it work one way or another. Now, y'all, I ain't ashamed of ugly if it works. Y'all may not be with me. Y'all like sparkle. Y'all might like, I mean, just done just right. If it's supposed to be 3/4 of an inch and you got it a little bit longer than 3, that's wrong, Rev. You can't do that. Well, listen, if it works, it works. If it's ugly, it's ugly. Just as long as it works. Bless goodness. Look at this ugliness. But I promise you, it's gonna work. Woo, look at I'm just stacking dimes. Look at there. I mean, just stacking them. Oh, look at that. I mean, ugly is sin, but guess what? It ain't broke off in the block. It ain't broke off in the water pump. So new water pump, I got some new bolts that were too long, which probably was my issue there, that those bolts were too long, and I was boogering them up going in. but it's here and it's done. All right, y'all, I want to show you how frugal, cheap. I ain't pouring that good stuff away. So what I do is I have some paper filters up here. It'll filter out any trash, and I'm dumping the coolant right back in. I was hoping the old man would already be here so he could listen for any leaks, but I'm gonna be pouring it in, and hopefully the water pump, nothing leaks. All right, I see no and I hear no leaks, which is good. That's the reason you filter it out. Of course, all that mess. She's there. I see where my line is. I'll probably have to do a little more filling up. Be surprised the old man showed up. I mean, anytime he shows up and stuff starts leaking. I don't know if I didn't put the thermostat on right or what, but we have a leaky thermostat there. Got a little leaky hose here. Should have got new hose, but I don't have new hose. So it looks like we're gonna be pulling that off, have a gusher. Look at that, y'all. I mean, Puddin', if this thing don't run, Puddin's still gonna be satisfied. Old man fussed at me that I didn't clean up my hose down there. I need another hose there. I hope I got the leak stopped here. Had a little leakage here, a little leakage here. I think they were both hoses, got it both resolved. Maybe we're leaking down a little bit more, but not enough to write home about. So we're gonna hope that everything is good and ready to go here in just a minute. Keep turning it till I tell you to stop. All right, y'all, we're gonna hope to see, oh yeah, that would be, it ain't like yours.
Foot feet or nothing?
Nope, nothing. I'm gonna do all that from up here. Yep. All right, y'all, will she run after we've done everything that we have done? All right, keep going. Whoa!
How much gas it take to fill up both of them bottles?
All right, y'all hold on. I see we got a little bit of fuel leakage, so we want to resolve the fuel leakage. Hit the key. Go. 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 Ever can't get your truck to run right? Old man, try to crank it up and let me show him something. Crank it up. Crank it up. That is an issue with a vacuum leak somewhere crazy. We figured out where our vacuum leak was coming from, didn't we, old man?
Yeah, about a thumb size hole.
I knew that was getting some moisture coming in the back. I mean, it was woo, try to get it to run. Of course, this goes over right there. Y'all see any issue? Of course, here's the end. Y'all see
I'll
any?
point toward it. I put my thumb in it and it would run probably.
My goodness. So I put this spacer on it because it was a spacer that we had that would work. We thought
would work.
And but this
intake. Oh,
it doesn't work with this intake. Of course, doesn't. That just goes there. So the hole
right there blowing out.
that I was hearing it, boy, it was just a. Nick T,
you wouldn't believe what we're doing.
you still want to be married to me after this?
You might want to go in the house.
I've been in it this long.
What we're trying.
Y'all, we you know, Puddin' so fast he needs a restrictor plate. So we made us a plate.
Is that supposed to be square?
No, what you
It's just asking.
No, it ain't supposed to be
You
square.
gotta show the code what we
All right.
preventing.
Oh, the rain's coming.
This thing had a huge vacuum leak because we ain't got the rights. Like that.
And my holes ain't right.
See, this is an adapter plate for a 2-barrel. But the 4-barrel, see that little hole right there? But a 2-barrel is twice that big. I mean on the 4-barrel.
That'll go down. All right, where's my little tapping tool? All right. So if y'all see, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do this. Get on now.
Now that's square.
I cut that, baby. I cut that with a pair of scissors. And them doggone holes are too small. So we're gonna tighten that up. But then we're gonna drop this down. Then we're gonna drop the carburetor on it. No, then we're gonna drop our spacer on it. Then we're gonna drop the top gasket on it. Then we're gonna put it on and we're gonna hope it won't leak. But y'all, that's ugly as sin. But if it works, woohoo! Hey, if it works, is it a bad thing? She's ugly. But look at there. I mean, it's going, if it goes down and seals, we're gonna call it good, old man.
We're gonna call it good.
All right, y'all, is our RevStoration rigging gonna work? Let's see. Crank it up, old man. Right now. He's adjusting, hold on. I gotta adjust it down. Thing's working good. Woo! That's their redneck rigging, whatever it takes. It works, y'all, it works. All right, we're gonna tune it up, then we're gonna drive it. Oh, just hit my head. All right, go cut it off and crank it up. Make sure it cranks back up.
Ready?
Crank it up. Cut it off. Crank it back. Cut it off. Crank it back. All right. I think that engine's tuned, y'all. Let's go to more open road this way. All right, old man. Hold it. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. You hear it kind of
Felt like transmission slip, didn't it?
You got to pay attention to that. All right, y'all, we may be a little low in transmission fluid. I did not, that's the one thing I did not check. And I'm gonna be yee-hawing it here in a second. But the temperature gauge, boy, she's still revved a little too high. Got to get that down.
I should have went straight, get open road. I get a lot of cars this way.
I don't know if I felt it kick in yet, but she ran out all right there. Sounding fairly decent, but still ain't right. So let me show you what I bought. I bought a vacuum advance hose that goes on the vacuum advance that goes from the 4100 carburetor metal line all the way to the vacuum advance. Gonna install that, take the little thing that I put on the carburetor that is on it off. Because I put in a warmer thermostat, I think the temperature gauge inside, man, it's just blowing hot air all the time, so this needs to be installed. Probably ain't gonna do that today. I got the correct hose that goes on the back that goes down to the PCV valve. Got it, it's right. And yes, you're right, I do have this. This is the carburetor, the right carburetor gasket that goes down on it, and I'll show you the difference when I get it off. So That's really the main part. Melvin's Classic Ford Parts in Conyers, Georgia. Melvin, thank y'all again. I've shared their information before. They're good. They got it. They're 10 minutes away. So let's install it all and see if I can tune it out better then. All right, folks, you have to admit, that's much better. I'll say it's much better. Looks like I might have to drill out the hole a little bit because they're not getting past this. Yep, so I have to drill those out some, but that's still gonna be better because that gasket will go down. So I got to get that off and drill those out, make the holes a little bigger, which really is no issue whatsoever. It's probably not a good idea to report or rejet the carburetor while it's still on the car. Take it off, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've taken this carburetor off so many times, I'm tired of taking it off. So I'm just going to take these 8 screws out of the top. I'm gonna kick the bowl over to the side. I'm gonna take the needle and seat out, and I'm gonna put the 2 new jets in the bottom of this carburetor where it sits. And they're smaller jets, so maybe that'll fix our issue. All right, y'all, we're going on our 336 test drive to see if we got this carburetor right. We went from 50 to 48. We may need to go down to like even smaller jets, like 46, to get it really to idle down. But we don't know if our vacuum advance, we don't know if the vacuum control secondaries are opening up on this 4-barrel carburetor. So we have someone sent this to us. If you see that, we're going to be kicking it down the road. And we kick it down the road and I give it a lot of gas, we're actually going to see if that secondary kicks in. If it doesn't, then we know it ain't working. Ready, old man? Yep. Whatever hit in the gear, didn't it? We still don't know if it's 100% right, but it's a little bit better than it was. We still need some tuning. Still see it?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so the old man is nothing.
That's there.
Vacuum secondaries did not kick in at all, which ain't good. Smooth? Huh?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep. That's smooth.
That thing ran out like crazy. Still ain't working. Oh, don't it? Why not? I would have thought for sure it's running better. That secondary ain't working for nothing, y'all. Look at there. Nothing. Well, that stinks. Day whatever. You ever been there working on a project and you think, man, this is taking way longer than I anticipated that it would? I can promise you that this took longer than I ever thought that it would. I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna show you something that I have been working on, something that I resolved and figured out last night. Look at here. Of course, everything here that I did outside of the broken bolt is good, working fine. Distributor, everything there is work. But look at there, I got a 2-barrel on a 4-barrel in. Why would you? This was the carburetor that was on Puddin prior to all of this mess, which is good and looking good. It ran like a scalded dog, ran perfect. Dirty as a Dickens, Autolite 2100. It works and it works fine. So I said, something's wrong. I can't figure out what it is. Carburetor's acting up, truck's acting up. What is it? So what I did is I went and got this little plate at AutoZone, $25, something like that. It hooks up a 2-barrel to a 4-barrel intake, hooked it up, and let me show y'all if I can. Let me show you what it does. I don't have any foot feed action. Don't have any foot feed action from the inside because none of that will hook up because it is too tall. It was a little windy. Hear that? I mean, it's not going to run too good because fuel's not primed up on it. But I mean, she's not running now because it's cold, it's windy, but I'm gonna try it one more time. There we go. Running. So the idle mixture screws are fine. I just need to turn up the idle speed. But what that did is that determined for me that my issue was, I don't even know where I threw it. I might have threw it out there in the yard somewhere because I've been working so hard. The issue was, the issue is that Autolite 4100. And let me tell you the symptoms it's having, and I have a resolution. I'm not gonna show you me working on it anymore. I'm gonna show you the finished product. Hopefully, hour for me, running good down the road in a little bit. The 4100, I would get it tuned. I'd get it idling, running fairly well. I'd drive it, get it warm. Man, it'd be revving up. You couldn't tune it out. You'd tune it out, then go to cranking, and it wouldn't crank. I believe without a shadow of a doubt, there's a crack in it somewhere that's allowing vacuum to leak. Couldn't get the vacuum secondaries to work on it. I've never, listen, I've rebuilt a bunch of them. I've never had this issue. Thank goodness I never rebuilt and sold that carburetor because it would have come back to me with a bad report. It just would not work. This proves to me that it was carburetor. Putting this carburetor on here and it's running as well as it is. I got an issue with the carburetor kit, power valve, diaphragm in the back. Everything was right. All the ports were good. So there was a catastrophic failure with the 4100. So I got a plan. Well, all right, y'all, it's cold, it is windy, and yeah, you probably can notice I pressure washed a little bit of pudding because didn't have nothing else to do on pudding, you know, all week. Just been working on all kind of stuff on pudding all week long. Mom and Daddy just pulled up, so Daddy popped the hood. And I want to show y'all what we did after I figured out what I did after we figured out what the issue was. Well, there you go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-wee. Look at there.
Even put him a sticker on.
Yeah, oh,
High
302,
performance.
high performance. Look at that. But go turn the key, old man, see what she'll do. Now don't hit the foot feed or nothing, just turn the key. Oh, how you, Mom?
Fine, how you, son?
I'm good. Hit it. You got to put it in park. You want to hit the foot feed a little bit? Don't be afraid of it. Just tap it now. Just tap it. All right, y'all, we're gonna go for a ride. You wanna go for a ride, Mama? Get over there in the passenger seat, old man. I don't think you can handle this for her.
Don't turn all the way off.
Come on. Old man done messed it up, y'all. Come on, Mama, we got room. I cleaned the outside out, I ain't cleaned the inside. Oh. Oh, wee. Y'all, listen to that thing. Should have seatbelts on, y'all, but We ain't got none. Hey, old man, I went and filled the tank up.
You gonna check and see what kind of mileage you get?
Yeah, I'm gonna get good mileage on this. About 40 miles to the tank.
Because
JC be wanting this.
Oh, I don't know.
I hope JC don't get it. Too fast for a young man.
Oh, it's too fast. We ain't really tested it yet. Oh man, listen, it's just smooth. Just smooth. I mean, smooth. That's over about half of this 302, y'all, is she's got running. I mean, she's just running good now. Listen at it idle down. Just I mean, we had that 2-barrel running just about this good, but I think this one's even running better than that 2-barrel. We're gonna get out here. We're gonna get out the city limits, and I'm gonna show the old man and my mama. Won't call her old lady because she's sitting too close to me. We're gonna pop it and see what we can do. What you think, Mama? You ready? Yeah. You ready? Oh, you can feel that back too. Come on, in just a minute. And that rascal pulls right out in front of me, knowing I'm out here doing a test drive. And he's just right out front. Y'all, we got it tuned up good. All right, y'all, we're breaking in here at the end. This is a little bit later in the day. Of course, I did a little bit more work to the engine I wanted to share with y'all. Got a lot of things I still need to do. Really, I didn't do any work to the engine. I misspoke there. But if you turn around, you see we got a little bit of coolant spray. I just fixed that. All that coolant is on there. I've got a leak here I've got to resolve and fix, so I got the hose inside, but it's too hot to do that. I also have this hose here that I'm going to, it's too big to get down in here, so I'm going to pop those down through there. But y'all, there she is. I mean, it's she's a sweet running engine, and I don't know if y'all like the Edelbrock 406, but y'all, that is a sweet running carburetor. I like it a bunch. The reason I like it is because it was not really plug and play for me. I had a little bit of adjustment. Of course, I had to get the knockdown set up on this side here. I had to get an extra piece on the side, but virtually no problem whatsoever. Tunes up really well, and if y'all can tell, I enjoy it. Is it as good as a good 4100? Probably is. She's pretty sweet. I'm still not gonna say I'm not a carburetor man. I love the auto lights, but this Edelbrock, she's pretty sweet too. Feel it back, come on. She's running good, y'all. I am pleased that this old rig is running like it should. We have spent, old man's got a whistling window over there. We have spent, we spent way too long. We spent way too long playing around with this old rig this week. I should have went on and bought this. What I bought is Edelbrock's what I call it, 1406. I had to get the knockdown assembly to go on it. Tuned it up, got it tuned out really well. It really didn't help too much on bottom end, but I think top end it's helped a bunch. Good carburetor. I think it's going to be good for drivability. I was worried that it would be too much for this 302, but it's not. I mean, it is just right. So y'all, we have had fun. It's been a fun week. So for me, for my mama, and for the old man, we thank y'all so very much for watching. We're sorry we promised a video earlier this week, but we weren't able to accomplish that. So we appreciate y'all hanging out and watching these videos. Y'all are a blessing for us that we can go and buy really expensive carburetors when our rebuilds don't work. So we thank y'all so very much for watching. Without any further ado, how we close it, Mama? What do we say? Deuces. May God bless.
Love y'all.
Mama, what is it? It ain't a...
It ain't a piece of
It ain't a piece of junk. Hey, we want to thank y'all again for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do so by clicking this button down below, or you can watch a video that may be suited for you or a recent upload here down below. So once again, we thank you for watching. Deuces. May God bless.